Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to load a Leica 3 camera. Here I have a Leica 3A and a Leica 3G, but whether it's a Leica 3A, B, C, E, F, G, they all have the same bottom plate loading. So I put one of these cameras to one side. Okay, you're going to need three things: a Leica, a pair of scissors, and a roll of film. So first of all, open up the film. You may wonder, if you're new to film, what is Kodak BW400? This is actually discontinued film, but I still have a lot of it to use, so I use it a lot for test shoots, test rolls in cameras. Okay, so in a Leica M camera or any normal film camera, you pretty much take the film as it is, load it in, ready to go. With the 1930s to 1950s Leica 3 cameras, you need to cut the film before you load it. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, now a Leica 3 camera is different to a Leica M in that there's no back door to open, meaning it's slightly more difficult to load. The base plate is the same as you will see on a Leica M camera, very similar design with the locking mechanism at one end. So if we undo this and left off, now again this is the same, very similar design to a Leica M3 or Leica M2. That being, you have the removable film spool. So if I place it down for 1 second, you'll see on the bottom of the camera there's this design. Now what it's telling you to do is to look at the length of the film in the camera, and you need to cut the leader. This piece you need to remove. Now it doesn't need to be exact, but basically you need to cut out the section roughly the length of the camera. So let's do that now. Okay, just from talking from experience, don't cut a right angle, because what sometimes happens is the film will crack here and it will rip, and sometimes you can rip the leader, it may rip off here like so, and this will rip off and send the camera, and then the rest of the film won't advance. So by cutting a smoother curve, it seems to be less prone to ripping. So how to attach the film? The same as my Leica M2, Leica M3 how to load video. You put the spool the same direction as the film. Put this to one side. So the same as with the Leica M3 and Leica M2 loading. You line it up so that the knob, the high bit on the film cartridge and on the film spool are both on the same direction. You then twist it over. Inside like so, until you see the arrow covered on the inside. Once the arrow is covered, move the camera back in. Now you can see you've got a hole on one side and you've got the film spool insert kind of sprocket on the other side. This means that the cassette needs to go in this side. So flip the film over, and then you're basically just going to drop it in like so. Give it a wiggle and make sure it pushes down. Okay. Now, on an M camera, you'd lift the base back plate to see if it's loaded. You can't do that with a Leica 3, 1, 2 or 3 camera. So I'm going to shut the back door. And then, like with anything, there's many different ways to do the same thing. So what I've been doing is this. I've removed the lens, so I'm going to advance the film, press the shutter. Now what I'm going to do is set the top of the camera to bulb mode. Let's try now. Good, film's gone across. As soon as you see the film across, you're good to go. I'm going to attach my lens. The light's already hit this particular frame, so you need to advance at least one more. So what I'm going to do is advance the camera, and at the same time watch this arrow, and this arrow should now move. So let's try it, and there we go. So now the film is loaded, ready to shoot.